Hi everybody and welcome to the Scott Show, the Smackdown Recap show. So we're here, we're live, we're having a good time talking Smackdown Recap. So the first thing that happened, I actually did not get to see it, but I will watch it on the replay. Renee Young and AJ Styles had a conversation. Sami and Kevin Owens came out. And there's that match. They're setting up for the match at the Royal Rumble. It's going to be interesting, a handicap match. And Owens and Sami say they want to be co-partners or co-champions. And we'll just see what happens there. The match that I ended up seeing then was the Ruby Riott and Becky Lynch. So let's just talk about the first part first. Becky Lynch came out, and then Charlotte came out. And then Naomi came out. Now, why do we need Charlotte and Naomi there? I don't know. They're evening the odds of the Riott Squad. But did the Riott Squad need to even be there? Ruby Riott can just come out by herself. They could have had a one-on-one like that. First of all, I don't mind Charlotte coming out, maybe having her on commentary, maybe one of the Riott Squad girls coming out. They did not need Naomi. She serves no purpose in life. And it ended up the same way it did from the match on Raw, where you had Absolution taking the loss on Raw. Now you have the Riott Squad taking the loss on SmackDown. Interesting kind of finish to me, don't you think? Now, I would love them to do some sort of Riott Squad Absolution thing in that Royal Rumble match. I think it'd be brilliant. So, the Riott Squad retreated back and the babyfaces stood tall. That reminded you of yesterday. And then you had the match between the Ascension and the Bludgeon Brothers. Now, the Breezango said they had a match and they could not be in the corner. The Ascension got whooped. I would like to know if the ref double-checked on the tag and made sure the right guy was tagged in. Because the refs on SmackDown suck. And the only time they actually watch is when people like the Usos get screwed out of the titles. It was just crazy. So WWE United States Championship match, Ryder and Mojo Rawley. I watched the match. It was actually fairly good. Mojo Rawley, he's doing well. I do not see him beating Bobby Roode, but I see that as a very interesting match. So I really want to see what happens. I don't understand why Ryder and Raleigh and then Woods and whoever, Aiden English, were in the tournament anyway. It could have just been a 4-way tournament if you wanted to have Jinder in there and done it that way. It's just whack to me. But Jinder does do a little thing on the side, saying that, it's his, 2017 was his, and now his eyes are on the United States title. He'll beat Xavier Woods, and he said, the new day is a fad, but the modern day Maharaja is forever. Okay. And then you found out that Natalya and Shinsuke Nakamura would be a team on SmackDown. Personally, I am not the biggest fan of Natalya, but Shinsuke Nakamura, big upside to that guy. Then you had Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin talk about the Usos. Talk about the fact that they were screwed out of the titles, and they were totally screwed out of the titles. Talking about Alabama's win, which I thought was pretty funny. They demand justice. And then the whole thing was, they got their match, 2 out of 3 falls. So Daniel Bryan did nothing to fix the problem that the Usos cheated. And a 2 out of 3 falls match, you still have to be the legal man. So why didn't he make it a Texas Tornado match? Which would have made sense. Randy Orton's in the back, and Shinsuke Nakamura appears, says, I'm going to win the title. So it is what it is. The 3 SmackDown kind of seems like the Wild Wild West. Rusev Day is the new name for this Aiden English Rusev thing, which is kind of cool. Tyler Breeze and Breezango or Fandango come out. They have their little bit of match. And Fandango pins Rusev. Okay, so you have the most over team probably, and they lose to Breezango. I don't get that. I really hope that they do something with Rusev Day. I'm really just amazed on the fact that Breezango went over here. Clue me in on how the hell that worked out. So I just don't know. And then you had the 2-on-3 handicap match with Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, and Shinsuke Nakamura. First of all, this match is stupid. I hate handicap matches anyway. I hate handicap matches no matter what it is at. If it's... I just don't care for handicap matches. I think they do that too much on SmackDown. So, you had all the competitors come out, and then AJ, Orton, and Nakamura won the match by DQ. Then he says, hey, it's no DQ. There was a count out first. They tried to leave and then Shane came out and said, hey, there's no count out. And then there was no DQ. Anything goes. And AJ just started beating on Kevin Owens with the chair. They go to backstage area. Sammy's caught between the rock and a hard place. And Nakamura hits the Kinshasa. Norton nails the RKO and covers him for the pin. Your winners, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, and Shinsuke Nakamura. Hope to God they are setting for Nakamura Styles. That's the only match I can see them do on SmackDown and be okay. I think that Randy Orton and Shane McMahon against Zayn and Owens is probably the way they're going to go. I would not be surprised over that tag team match. But I would love to see them do... I mean, they got to do some sort of stipulations to it. Like they get a title shot, or, they can get a tag team title shot. But here you have Rusev Day, Breezango, the Bludgeon Brothers, and your champions are the freaking Usos, who lost because, well, they obviously lost last week until the referee, restarted the match to let them win. But, you have such a great tag team division. The Bludgeon Brothers are just looking phenomenal. And you also have the New Day. But your champions are the Usos. What the hell? I don't get it. And, your United States champion is not Rusev. Your world champion, I mean, that's the only one they got right is AJ Styles. Now, I could see if Jinder wins the match or Rude wins the match. Put Rusev Day in there against the Usos, let them win. Put all your tag teams in one pot. Do a tag team G1 climax or do something. But, dear Lord, give us some more tag team action. Make it good. Alright, so this has been Scott with the Smackdown Recap. Thank you guys so very much. And we will see you very soon here on thescottshow.com.